It's FF episode 1085.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I plugged this show quite a bit on Country Crossroads Radio over the weekend. So to all the new Country Crossroads Radio people that are listening, welcome to our special jazz program where we play nothing but country. No, that's not true. Welcome to Cafe Anyway. I'm Mike Matthews. There's Hayley Thesemi!
Heyo!
Hayley's back, so you better
Mike's Daily Podcast.
watch your back for the attack of the Hayley Thesemi. And it's Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Podcast Trevellemont is where we are. Hey, I'm going to sing a song right now.
So this is the part where Mike usually has some sort of lyrics. But I think he was just Googling the lyrics to Every Day is a Winding Road.
Every day is... I used to know a guy named Easter.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Easter.
Isn't that the lyrics to that song? I had a vending machine. Oh, no, that's...
Mike's Daily
the other one she does.
Podcast.
Soak Up the Sun?
That's it.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, I was going to do these lyrics. You'll be sorry you asked me the reason that she's not here with me tonight, and I know you're probably just acting polite, but I'm sorry. Okay, it was a Dwight Yoakam song that had great lyrics in it, and I just dropped it.
I'm sorry. You tried.
There's a great line in here. We started having problems in August last year, so things had been kind of rough for a while. And you know how you think it'll work itself out? Well, mister, that thought's wrong by a long, long mile. Woo! When he did that song in concert, he would show this old footage on a big movie screen behind him of racing, like old racing car. But the film was like all, kind of like it would keep cutting out, and it's like an old film reel. Warped and stuff.
Whatnot.
Kind of like this show.
Yeah.
I missed you, Hayley.
I missed you too.
Aww. We shared a moment right then. Oh, look, I just walked in. You had a day off from work. What was that like?
I had numerous days off from work. It was weird. Would not recommend.
Did it get too boring?
No. It was fine. I liked it. I didn't have to get up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
I didn't have to catch a bus at 5 in the morning. I didn't have to catch a bus at 5 in the morning this morning either.
Because of the darn bus.
Because it was super late.
Oh, look, it's here. It's someone. Hello, Matthews. Hello, Hayley. Oh, my God. You guys are, like, talking about stuff. Well, that's...
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go see that Jungle Book movie, Shelley? Mike Matthews, it was so good. It was like Frozen, only in the jungle. Oh, okay.
I don't think that's true.
I think you're not using the word the right way. What's he saying, Princess Bride? I don't think that word means...
that word means what you think it means.
Oh, look who else just walked. Oh, Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman! And it's John Deere the engineer. No, it's true. They're two completely different movies. I'm all about the movie Civil War by the Captain America. You are John Deere the engineer? Yes, because it's going to have a lot of people fighting and beating the crap out of each other, and I enjoy that. I don't know what he just said, do you? He said something about mumble.
He's mumble.
Well, I have to tell you, Hayley, I don't like negative people. We've discussed this before, but there's a guy at my other job. Mm-hmm. He's only 20! 20!
Count
That's
him.
20!
That's as many fingers as you have. Unless you're one of the people who has more or less fingers and toes than 20. But
I would like to tell you what he said.
On an average scale, I don't want to say it's normal, because you're normal too, if you have a different Anyway.
We embrace you no matter how many fingers you have.
Fingers and toes. Digits.
Digits, if you will.
Yo, girl, give me those digits.
What song is that from? Is that a Drake song?
Probably.
Not a Nick Drake song. Gonna dream, gonna look at the butterflies in the sky. That's a Nick Drake song. I didn't realize I have Nick Drake on my hard drive at home, and I was playing the shuffle function, and it came up a Nick Drake song.
Beautiful.
That is Nick Drake, the really mellow one, isn't it?
I think so.
And a flag at my head. Anyway, Cafe Anyway. This kid is only 20 and he's really negative that I work with. You know what he said about the Gorillaz? The song Feel Good Inc.
Boom. Boom, boom.
Feel good.
Yep.
He goes, the only good thing about that song is the rap.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
The rap is good.
The rap is good. It's De La Soul. It's all three of them.
I didn't really even understand what De La Soul is, but it's three guys.
It's three guys, and they were big in the 90s. Very revolutionary.
So, Damon Albarn, which we've never done a Band's Mutations about Damon Albarn, which we need to do someday.
Which would be fascinating.
Because he's been in Blur, and the Queen and the Damned, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, the dude's got talent.
So this 20-year-old says, oh, well, the only good thing about that song was the rap. So this is how he is. Everything you say, he's like, but I don't like rap. But I don't like, and I don't like this pen, and I don't like this cell phone, and I don't like these Post-it pad. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the three things in front of me at that moment when I went improvising away. I had a notepad, a cell phone, and a pen. I'm wearing a Western shirt today. Do you like my Western shirt?
It's beautiful.
It's got lines to distract you.
To distract you from this horrible podcast.
You're not really actually witnessing this podcast. Your eyes have misled you. I have little pearl snaps. Do you know why they call it a pearl snap? Listen to it. Snap. It really doesn't make a noise. I guess you can kind of hear it.
It kind of does. You can kind of hear it.
If that damn piano player would shut the F up. That's not nice. I didn't feel like I'd bring any negativity in today's show, but there, I just did it.
You just did, and you just insulted yourself.
I tried to play the piano. You know, all I need to start playing the piano again is a
piano?
Is a piano. Is a keyboard. So I have a sustain. I went and bought a sustain pedal. Sustain pedal. How come I can't say sustain pedal?
Sustain pedal?
See, you can say it.
Toy boat?
I'm sure you can say that word as well. I'm sure the wonderful podcast listener can say those words and many more. And it's probably saying other words to the speaker right now that I probably wouldn't want to hear.
Yeah.
Anywho, bot. The thing is, if I had a good sustain pedal, my keyboard would work, and I'd be able to make the cool sustaining sound. But the sustain pedal I bought for $20 doesn't work with my keyboard.
I think you should just go into
a coma?
Electric organ play.
Let's go outside. Look at the beautiful day that is now upon us.
I was just saying that you should just tune your keyboard to make electric organ sounds and only play the Doors sounds from now. Doors songs from now on, you know?
Wait, door sounds? Like
the Doors.
Oh, the Doors, like
You know that it would be
you know that I would be a liar
if I was
only
to say
to you, girl, it couldn't get much higher.
He said higher.
Higher. Right into the camera. Take that, Ed frickin' Sullivan.
Take that, Ed Sheeran.
Take that, Ed sullied himself when he heard that. Ed Sheeran, he wasn't alive yet when that happened. Was he?
Thanks. No.
Damon Albarn was.
Was he?
He was born in 1968. He's 48 now.
Wow, that's crazy. I can believe that, though.
But he's youngish in heart. Because rock and roll makes you young, you know what I mean?
Damon Albarn wrote the most recent Gorillaz album. Not the one they're working on now.
They're working on one right now.
They're working on one.
I saw that on Wikipedia.
But he wrote their fourth one, which is rare. He wrote it entirely on his iPad.
Wow.
While they were on tour.
Wow. So, a lot of people have issues with the iPad, with the keyboard on the iPad. It's tough for some people to type, but apparently Damon has jumped over that hurdle.
Well, I mean, he went above and beyond and just plugged a guitar into it and plugged keyboards and stuff into it.
So he actually recorded the album on the tablet?
Yes.
Oh.
He wrote it and recorded it entirely on the tablet.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Drums and everything.
It's a drum machine.
Oh.
Because he's using whatever that Apple...
GarageBand or whatever?
GarageBand. I think it was GarageBand.
Oh. See, that's what I need to do is just buy a bunch of Mac stuff, but I'm not hungry and I don't feel like a Big Mac.
Mm-mm. I don't even feel like a small Mac. Which they're making. They're coming out with a Big Mac Jr., I think.
Oh, to reflect Sliders?
Or something, I don't know.
Sliders was a TV show back with Jerry O'Donnell back in the 90s where they would slide through time and space. I watched the first couple episodes and then after a while I was like, this isn't very believable.
And then what was that, Terry Gilligan movie?
Gilligan's Island?
No, with the...
Time Bandits!
Time Bandits with the dwarves.
See, that's what Sliders stole the idea from Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Which I showed to my ex-wife and she said, now I understand you completely. And then we got a divorce.
Nice. In that specific order.
That's what happened. Oh my gosh! Thank you. I was going to bring up something about her that was very interesting in the back of my mind. That had to do with our lives together.
I got you on my mind.
Very good. You went all Ellie Goulding there. Let me tell you, you know how some couples have a song? I'm sure you have a song.
No.
With your friend.
No. In a way, I feel like we have a soundtrack, if that's
really? You have a soundtrack?
Yeah, I feel like the soundtrack to the video game Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is
interesting.
In a way, kind of our thing.
That, I bet, is pretty prevalent.
I don't know if she would agree with me at any point, but I always think of her when I listen to it, and it's really fun to listen to.
Well, your point is fantastic, because that's what I was going to say, was my ex-wife and I didn't really have a song. Mm-hmm. We had a movie.
A movie?
We had several movies that I can't watch ever again, because I saw them so many times with her, and I know if I watch them again, I'm going to think about the times with her, rubbing her feet.
Right. Feeding her grapes.
Yeah. Rubbing her ankles and feeding her grapes. That's not very sanitary. Killing her softly with his song. Killing her softly. We're doing the Fugees version. One time. Bam, bam, bam. 2 times. I felt such fire and passion.
The Fugees version.
It's basically the same as Roberta Flack's version.
Alright.
I'm going to wrap this up. I can't watch Return to Me ever again.
Never seen.
Oh!
Are you okay?
I died just then when you said that. Return to Me is with David Duchovny
Okay.
and Minnie Driver.
Who?
Minnie Driver.
Who the f***?
Oh, I thought we were going to get through the whole show without any cussing.
You thought wrong.
F***ing A. Well, birds. Here's the thing. Minnie Driver was in a lovely movie called Circle of Friends. That's another one I can't watch. Where she's Irish or something originally. She's the one. She's kind of an interesting, really curly, dark hair, big eyes. She's Minnie Driver. Anyway, David Duchovny, Minnie Driver are in love. That's what the movie's about.
I'm gonna look her up.
I will describe the plot to you. David Duchovny is married to someone else. She dies. Spoilers.
What?
In a car crash.
Oh.
Her heart is saved. Because you know how they do the donation thing?
Yeah.
And Minnie Driver is sick and dying and needs a new heart. And they give her a new heart. So she now has the dead wife's heart.
Oh, dear.
David Duchovny meets her and falls in love. And then finds out later that they share the same heart as, you know. And then he's all confused and they break up. But then they come back together, the end. And Italy's involved. And it's so sad. But it's cute. There's funny dialogue. Jim Belushi's in it.
Nice.
Carol O'Connor is in it.
They didn't sound like that.
Jim Belushi?
No, Archie Bunker, Carol O'Connor. Now we're talking about ancient times, long ago when the Druids.
I know Jim Belushi, but I don't know.
What ended up happening, though...
I know David Duchovny, so...
He is still relevant, because he came out with the X-Files thing.
The new X-Files.
And he had that Californication show where there was a lot of boobs. Do we have to bleep boobs? No. Boobs are fine.
Do we have to bleep fornication?
No. That's completely not saying which is fornication under carnal knowledge, isn't it? Isn't that what it's a euphemism for?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I heard the monks, when they wrote down...
I highly doubt it.
Monks had to write it down that way.
Okay, so when I was a kid...
That was like 3 years ago.
When I was a kid, there was always these...
3.5?
There was always these, like, other kids that, like, wanted to swear, but it was at the point where they didn't really... They knew they were going to get in trouble for even, like, the slightest swear word.
Uh-huh.
So they'd do things like they'd say H-E double hockey sticks.
Oh, my gosh, really?
Do you remember anyone doing that?
That's like old school doing that.
That always confused me because I always remembered like the Mighty Ducks logo.
Yeah.
Or those hockey logos where the hockey sticks are crossed.
Oh.
And so when I heard double hockey sticks, I'm like, why are you saying hex is a bad word?
Hex! And that's what we're going to call today's show is Hex.
Yeah, so I don't know. I felt like I needed to share that.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean double hockey sticks?
Because the hockey sticks look like L's.
Yeah, well, I got it later in life. But back then, you know, I imagined the logos with the crossed hockey sticks. So when they're crossed, they look like an X.
And that's why hockey is an evil game.
That is.
The Barracuda lost. Mm-hmm. That means we don't have to carry any more games.
I really don't care enough to have an opinion.
And
I shed no tears for the Barracuda.
And we're burying this at the end of this show. But something weird happened where we work. All the coffee cups got taken away in a coffee cup rapture.
Who done it?
Bum bum bum.
It was HR.
HR did it because HR said, enough with the dirty cups in the sink on Monday mornings, which we had no idea who the heck that was, who the H-E double hockey sticks hex that was. And so now the problem's alleviated by us filling up the landfills with styrofoam.
Yep.
Yay, problem solved.
That's how we roll. Anyway, let's get out of here.
I want to thank you, Hayley. This has been a most fun show, as our Monday shows tend to be. Wait, it's Tuesday.
Oh.
let's do this again because I think we left something out. And I feel like the next show will catch up on that.
No, it was a podcast picture. We can't catch up on that tomorrow.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture is of Basil looking at a strange statue, which is okay. It's not. I'm not calling Asian culture strange, but they have some unique characters. For example, this dragon.
Is it a dragon? Is it Asian? Because it looks like it could be like just an imp of some kind.
Okay, maybe it's imp culture.
Maybe it's an imp culture.
It's an impomaniac.
Okay.
That's ridiculous, Mike. Anyway, Basil's looking at that. The past two pictures now are Basil related. The one before that had a picture of the lovely Katie.
Basil is a handsome dog. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with numerous pictures of him.
Next show, we're going to have Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Dearest listener, thank you for listening to us. If you would like to help promote this show, please go ahead, go walk up to some random person, that one right in front of you right now, and say, listen,
grab him by the frickin' collar,
by the scruff of the neck,
slam him against the wall,
and say,
you better goddamn listen to Mike's Daily Podcast, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Podomatic, YouTube, Mixcloud, and wherever else you can find podcasts. Now get your ass home and do that.
Wow, Hayley. Dang. That is amazing what you just did there. Was that called acting?
Yes.
Or that was bravo. Dearest listener, please don't assault anyone. But yeah, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com is the website. If you want to help us out and not do anything by helping us out, go click on the Amazon link and buy something, and that helps us out. And there's the PayPal too.
It's a very confusing way of saying that, but I'm sure they'll get it.
Sounds good, and you'll get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters.
If you do the PayPal thing.
That's right. All the past podcast pictures are there too. By the way, I do songs. I've done a bunch of songs. I've buried them in the cubbyhole folder now.
Oh, cool.
So if you click on the cubbyhole, cassette cubbyhole, you'll hear old interviews I did with like Dixie Chicks, Keith Urban, and country artists. But do you know I interviewed the guy from Switchfoot? I need to put that up there.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
It was a crappy interview, but I should put that up. He sang. It was nice.
It was cool. What did he sing?
He sang that one.
24 oceans, 24 That one?
No, that one that goes, da-da-da, da-da-da. That one. Gravity. Had gravity in the title.
My spinning your world so I had twisted your world spinning.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's WoW 2000 territory.
Yes, long
Hell
time.
Yeah, that's actually the best WoW album, and most of the songs on that album are still listenable.
Switchfoot.
Too. So, except for that one, it's the worst one on the album.
All right, at some point I will post that. This year sometime I will do that. Hey, it's going to be my 5-year anniversary on this Saturday.
Wow.
I should get my stuff together.
If we don't finish this podcast by then, we should have a celebration on the podcast, because it just keeps going.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Hex!
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!